That's how I get that ooh.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
What's good YouTube? How's everyone doing? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to yet another live reaction video. If you're new here for the first time, my name is TMR, and since you clicked on this video, you might as well subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave your comments down below, and enjoy this reaction video. What's good YouTube? What's good, TMR gang? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to yet another live reaction video. I'm your girl TMR. Thank y'all so much for stopping what you were doing and then you're the daggone break room, y'all. Oh boy. All right, y'all. Y'all see the title, y'all see the thumbnail. Okay, y'all know what we're gonna get into today. We got Lives Life, Jasmine, and what's the girl name? Wine Glass. Y'all have different names for her, but we got all in the break room. Happy Tuesday to each and every one of you guys. Hey Audra, New Me, Say Cheese, Tay All Day, Tasha Nicole, Naylonda, Maja, Proud Mama, Tay All Day, Tan Reeves, OKC, Kayla, Latira, Blue Boy, Opal, Latoy, Lakeisha, Miss G, Veronica, Pearl, Waffle Toaster. Not you just paused your Hulu. Hey Sunrise. What you say, Sunrise? Hey Miss TLD and Truth Be Told, what's good, sis? I need to stop scrolling through this Fashion Nova app. Ooh, you sure do. Pretty dope said the Three Damn Stooges. Hello, Cooking with Miss Cooper. Life is G. Yes, I've been refreshing you too, right, Sean? Hey, Miss G. Erica. All right, so let me address this comment up at the top. Y'all are a mess. So when we was on live, I think that was Sunday because I didn't go live Monday yesterday. Pretty Dope or somebody. I don't know if that was you, Pretty Dope. It was somebody. Okay, so if it wasn't you, sis, I ain't trying to put it on you. I'm just saying. I thought it was you, but I don't remember. Child, a lot has happened. I done went to sleep and woke up since then. Thank God. Thank you, Jesus. However, somebody, let me just say that. Somebody dropped in the chat that Strong Mommy Chrissy, mom passed away. So I was not aware. And she did. She did pass away, I believe, on Saturday. And Chrissy did a video. And we're going to talk about it, okay? We're just not going to talk about it in this live. Because some of you may or may not know, my mom recently passed away last year in March. So, and I watched some of Chrissy's live. I watched a few moments of it. I didn't watch it in its whole entirety. And I got some thoughts. I do have some thoughts. I will say this. I pray for Chrissy's peace. I will say that. Now, regardless if you like somebody, don't like somebody, whatever, it just depends on who you are as a person. I'm not an evil individual. I'm, somebody's, unless you guys have experienced it or not, your mom leaving this earth is just a pain I can't even describe to anybody. Now, I do understand there are people out here that have close relationships with their mothers, not close relationships. Unfortunately, I'm not speaking to the ones who don't have close relationship with their mothers because I can't relate. I can't have a conversation with you about that because I had an extremely close relationship with my mom. So I have no words for you. I don't even know how to talk to people like that. I empathize. If there's a reason to empathize, I do understand there are situations where people shouldn't have a close relationship with their parents based off how they were raised and things of that nature. Thankfully and blessedly, if that's even a word, but we're going to make it a word today, I didn't have that experience, y'all. So I can't relate with the girls who don't have good relationships with their moms. And I can't relate with you, and I'm sorry. I just can't. But, let me address this comment real quick. So this person said, we dragged Chrissy in Olivia's chat, and she joined in. and teased her about crying over her mama passing. If that is truly true, and the reason why I say that, because I wasn't in Olivia's chat, I don't know what happened. I'm not calling you a liar. I wasn't there, so I can't confirm or deny that. I just don't get the people who mock folks for their parents passing away when you yourself possibly has parents. And if you don't have a parent, you more than likely are a parent. So I can't even rationalize the thought process behind that. If you don't like somebody, just don't speak of them. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you don't like somebody to the point where just their name just messes with your spirit, yeah, why even mention their name, you know? So we'll talk about that video Chrissy put out. And the reason why we're going to talk about it is because Chrissy herself talked about it. She came to the internet, sat in her car, and cried about, about obviously losing her mom, right? So we would definitely talk about it, but we're not going to talk about it in this video, right? Yeah, no need to be nasty, but to each his own. Child, I'm not here to save souls. I can only save my own. I'm not here to save nobody's soul, okay? I can't do it. That is very strange. But Black and Bougie, you have to understand, sis, we live in a very strange world. So I'm not even shocked that people would even, and I'm just going to say the assumption of that happening, because again, I wasn't there, right? You said, nah, she came on here begging and scamming for money using her mom's passion. She gets no sympathy. Oh, is that what's happening? Or is the part of the video that I heard, I didn't pick up on the begging. So maybe I need to go finish watching the rest of it. So for a lot of you guys, y'all go way back, right? So y'all remember Chrissy's mom. At least I do, right? It never gets better, Miss Cooper. Never. And a lot of you guys go back. And I remember Chrissy's mom. I remember Chrissy's mom in videos, live streams. I definitely remember Chrissy's mom. She even watched the reaction channel. She definitely watched my channel. Chrissy mentioned it one time that her mom watches my reaction channel. Right, Passion Lisa. So I'll just say this, you guys. Allow me to go back and watch the video in its whole entirety. Who has a GoFundMe account? Yeah, it does. Cliche. Who has a GoFundMe account? She's a foodie. Hey, Peach. Oh, Chrissy does? A GoFundMe account for what? For her mom passing? So her mom didn't have life insurance? Chrissy was not asking for money in any of her videos. Y'all need to get a life. Okay. Chrissy made a GoFundMe. For what? For her mom's funeral. Oh, she did not have life insurance. Oh, no. Oh. Uninsured. Well, I did hear Chrissy say that her mom was on dialysis for 8 years. Really, CR? Oh, okay. Okay, go Gita. Okay, well, y'all, let me go. Yeah. You said $4,000? Only Chrissy's name, not the family's name. Oh. There was no life insurance. And I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not. I want to say this in the most respectful way, because again, we talking about somebody who's lost their parent, right? Why didn't her mother have life insurance? even upon, again, I don't know if Chrissy's mom was worked all her life and became ill and became disabled. Um, so let me say this, y'all. I know right now all of us have a lot of bills, and a lot of us can't even figure out how we're gonna feed our families, right? But what I would encourage you guys to do is make sure you have life insurance, and not just through your job. Have life insurance outside of your job, because unfortunately people lose jobs, right? Make sure y'all have life insurance outside of whatever type of policies or whatever type of insurance you have with your job, okay? You said Black community needs to stop thinking I'll do it later mindset when it comes to life insurance. Yeah, y'all really need to have life insurance, because what you don't want is the burden of your death being put upon the people, your loved ones that are still here. Funerals are mad expensive. Mad expensive. She could have been deemed uninsurable, and I was going to say that too, Lo, depending on how long she's been sick. Now, Chrissy did say the woman was on dialysis for 8 years. That's a hell of a long time to be on dialysis. So again, I don't know. I don't know the backstory, nor am I going to explore it. Okay, I'm not going to explore it. Yeah, she's been sick for a very long time, Miss Ashley. Chrissy's mom's been sick for a very long time, and again, I don't know the dynamics between Chrissy and her mother, so y'all gonna make me react on Chrissy in this video. If you're terminally ill, critical, but most people have tried. Let me say this: most people try to have insurance before those ill, or excuse me, terminally ill or critical situation come about, right? And again, I'm not judging because it's not my place to. But what I will say is, I hope this is a learning experience. Again, Chrissy, I know she says she's married now, but if she's on her husband's policy, it would definitely, be through his job. Or I don't know if this man has insurance outside of his job. I don't know, y'all. This is an assumption, okay? But to put the burden of bury. Now, I will say this: Chrissy has 2 brothers. She says her mother had 3 children. Chrissy is the baby, and then she has 2 brothers. And apparently, Chrissy and her brothers have been at odds for a while, right? And Chrissy said something in that video that really messed with my spirit. Chrissy says that her mom lived in Colorado, I guess in the city of Denver. And Chrissy stated she moved. Y'all know that move she did a few months back. She moved to the mountains. So Chrissy said that she lived about an hour and a half from where her mom and her brothers were living. And once her mother was hospitalized, she wasn't just in the hospital, y'all. She was in the ICU unit as well, too. As we know, no, the girls are fighting. As we know, she was critically ill, right? Chrissy said her mother had a kidney disease. And something Chrissy said to me just bothered me. When the lady, her mom coded, her mother coded while Chrissy was on the phone with the nurse. Chrissy said in her video that her mother coded while on the phone with the nurse, and the nurse said, "I have to go. They're calling from your mom's room." Chrissy said 10 minutes later, she got a call from the doctor. I guess eventually she did come to the hospital. But in my mind, I was like, Chrissy, why weren't you there with your mother? Now, again, we understand Chrissy is a mom of 9 children, but y'all got to remember, the Chrissy kids are not babies. She don't have a bunch of toddlers running around there. Each and every one of her kids are in school full time. I don't know, y'all. And the reason why I say that is because When my mom took her last breath, I was right there. My brother wasn't there. He was at work. And the nurse called my brother because I wasn't even in the mental position to even pick up the phone. When my mother took her last breath, I was laying in the bed with her. Now, my mother died. She was living in assisted living. When my mom took her last breath, I felt it because I was literally in the bed laying next to her. That's true. I knew forever. So I don't know. To each his own. And then she did mention that the kids went to the hospital to see their granny because she was real sick. Now, again, I'm pretty sure Chrissy was used to her mom being sick and going in and out of the hospital because of her illness. You were too, Treats. When I heard that, I was like, girl, at the end of the day, you only get one. And again, I don't know the ins and outs of Chrissy and her mother's personal relationship, but what I do know is what I saw on the internet. Wherever Chrissy was, and whenever she needed her mama dropped what she was doing and ran to her daughter's aid. Her mama was living in Colorado. When Chrissy moved to Vegas, her mama ran to Vegas. When Chrissy moved from Vegas, because she got put out and moved to Texas, her mama dropped what she was doing, left Vegas, or left Colorado, because when Chrissy left, when she got put out in Vegas, her mother went back to Colorado. Her mother eventually left Colorado and went to Texas to be with her daughter, to Houston. Then when Chrissy was in Houston, she got put out of the house in Houston. She ended up moving to Austin. Her mama stayed in Houston, but Chrissy was in Austin. It's like whatever Chrissy, and I'm just speaking on what I've seen on the internet, what I saw and what I heard on the internet. I don't know if they had a very dysfunctional relationship or not, but one thing I do know that was very functional, whenever that woman, meaning Chrissy mama, excuse me, let me say it like this. Whenever Chrissy needed something, her and those children, that woman hold no bars by stopping what she was doing and running to her daughter's aid. You got a lot of mamas out here. You got a lot of people with good relationships with their mama, and their mothers are not doing that. And Chrissy mama did that. Right, Trees? We had to cremate my aunt. She didn't have insurance, and cremation is a lot cheaper. It's a whole lot cheaper. It's a whole hell of a lot cheaper. To put somebody in the ground can be in the upwards of $10,000 or more. It's very expensive because you have to pay, not only you have to pay for the burial, you have to pay for the coffin. Coffins are very expensive. Like, it's a lot of money. It is, Sun Rose. It's a very sad situation, But y'all, let me react on that more tomorrow. I just really wanted to comment to that person's comment. I don't find anything funny, hilarious about somebody losing their family member. Unless that person has mocked you for losing a family member of yours, I don't see anybody. Like, again, I don't know. I can't confirm or deny if Olivia was dragging it. I'm thinking to myself, girl, don't you got a mama that you claim you love? Aren't you a mother yourself? The fact that you would sit and mock somebody else, some woman, losing her mother. And the only reason you don't like this woman because you came across her on the internet, not like she done slept with your man or something or stole your money. I thought to myself, baby, these people are tacky. Okay? Just tacky with a capital T. All right, girl. Bria, apparently somebody in the chat said that they was dragging Chrissy about her mother's passing, and Olivia chimed in on the teasing. Again, I wasn't there. I can't confirm or deny it. I wasn't there. So I don't know. I didn't see it. She said her mom was in the hospital last month and she thought she would be okay. This time was just different with all her kids in extracurricular activities plus 2 B-days. She fell asleep on accident. Okay. I mean, okay, Nicole. I hear you, girl. We'll talk about it tomorrow. I actually reacted a little too much. This video don't even have anything to do with Chrissy. I wanted to say that as a video all by itself. Um, that's an all-time low to mark her mom's passing, even if you don't like Chrissy, baby. I would have just been like, no comment. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to send your condolences. Like, again, if Olivia did do that, it's not like she had to send her condolences, but at least have enough decency to just keep your mouth off that woman and her. Regardless if she came to the internet or not, I don't know, girl. It's tacky to me. Even if someone mocked me for losing a loved one, I couldn't return the fire. Some things just don't do it. Yeah. You said I expect Liv to be horrible beast, so I'm not surprised. I expect Liv to be a horrible beast. Yeah. I mean, y'all see, I ain't over there like, what she did? We've seen other women talk on the dead. Like, if she talked about her ex-husband's deceased granny, what y'all think she think of Chrissy's mama? Come on now. Nothing. Okay. All right, y'all, let's get into it. Let's change. Hey, Vaughn, let's change the subject. Hey, Anisha. Hey, D. Sanders. Welcome, everybody. Hey, Marika. Welcome, everybody. Wait for it. Y'all make sure y'all clock in. That hit that like button. Y'all been acting real funny with the likes, and I don't like it. No pun intended. Hey, Lynn. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Okay, girl. Hey, Shanika, girl. You said it's not like Casey's remains knows. Wait. Casey's remains knows the difference between Colorado soil or Alabama dirt. Oh, damn. Ooh, I guess, girl. Like, if y'all get a kick saying stuff like that, y'all go right on ahead. I'm good. Okay, girl. I don't want no parts of it. Blah. You know, even Chrissy did say something out of line on her live. I understand she just went through absolute heartbreak and your mind can't be right. Oh, yeah, Ashley. Yeah, I don't know, sis. Okay. All right, y'all, let's move on. Okay, let's get into a different conversation. We'll talk about Chrissy more tomorrow, y'all. I'm gonna leave her just for herself. Chrissy went on vacations being flown out and had time to get married, according to her, yet if it never dawned on her to get her mother affairs in order, sick or not, death is coming one day. Well, especially if you're already sickly. And I think the brothers were in charge of Chrissy's mom's financial affairs, and Chrissy did whatever she could do whenever she felt like doing it. I think the brothers handled, because Chrissy even said that as far as a point of contact, she chose to have her brothers first, and she was like third because her brothers were closer to her mom, meaning in distance. Her brothers were closer than she was. She said she's an hour and a half away and her brother lived right there in the city. And all I kept thinking was, well, what difference does that make? Like, if there's something going on with your mom, it's not like they can walk over to y'all house and knock on the door and say, hey, something wrong with your mama. They're going to call you. So in my opinion, it didn't really matter where she was at. You could have been in, I don't know, Puerto Rico. It's a phone call, sis. It don't really matter your distance. So when she said that, I was like, well, why would you have to be listed as last contact when you was your mother's only daughter? You know, I am my mom's only daughter. My mother had two children, myself and my brother, you know. And I was I can't even stress how extremely close I am to my mom. So my brother and I shared equal responsibility caring for my mother during her last days. It was just him and I. And him and I both work, both have families, you know, both have things going outside. So we tag team my mom because that was our job. That's what she did to us, you know? So I don't know. Like I said, y'all, people got different things going on in life, different family dynamics. Everybody doesn't have the same family dynamic. So things be different. But when I heard Chrissy say that, I was like, well, girl, what difference does it make where you was at? If the doctors need to make a medical decision and they need her next of kin, which would be her children, since your mom wasn't married, it don't matter where. Y'all could have been in Timbuktu. Yeah, it don't matter. That's just my opinion. You said, I live in Mississippi, Texas, and I had to give up rights to my dad. They wanted someone close in distance. don't know why. If there's a medical decision to be made, they're going to pick up the phone and call you. I mean, anytime you can do a doctor visit via televisit, via Zoom, anytime you can go visit your doctor and you ain't even got to step in his office and do it on Zoom televisit, that's real big. They started doing televisits after the pandemic. So anytime you can do a televisit for a doctor's appointment, I don't feel like, I don't feel like you really got to be sitting in the same city to get some business handled. Now, it's always best to have a family member close by, right? Yeah, it's best for that. But, having family, because unfortunately, all family members don't always live in the same city with each other. You say if Chrissy's in Castle Rock, that's expensive. I don't know where she is, girl. She said she lived in the mountains. Chrissy went on live complaining about light bill money, knowing she was being evicted. I don't trust it. Samurai said, "Yep, it was just my sister and I for my father. Yeah, it was just me and my brother, honey, and we did the damn thing with that lady. You hear me? With that woman that I call mother." Okay. All right, y'all. Let's move on. All right, so let's get into wine glass. Oh, that is expensive part, but I know you know, Vaughn. Yeah, I definitely know. One thing, if I got anything to say, which I really don't have a lot of ill will to say, one thing I will say is I definitely wish their family peace and comfort. I definitely do feel that. And like I said in the beginning of the slide, if you guys don't have life insurance, please consider doing so. Okay? Because the most unfortunate thing that you can do is leave the financial burden on your family members. Because, people don't want to feel like they're just throwing you away like an old shoe. Especially if they love you, they want to make sure that you go home right. Your home going is right. So if at all possible, please don't leave the financial burden of your death on your loved ones. It's enough to just manage life. And then now they got to manage life and this. That's a lot going on. Okay. You do too, Sunrose? Okay. All right, y'all. Let's move on. All right. So let's get into Wine Glass. So Wine Glass did a very short 4-minute video. She said that she's broke and desperate. Day in the life of mom of 4. Okay. I said, well, it'd be the broke and desperate in the titles for me. Now I do understand you got to get the people, call the people to the yard to come watch the videos. But it's almost like y'all glorizing being broke. It's like, who is, baby, when I ain't got no money, oh, baby, I'm sitting somewhere being real still and real quiet. I ain't all on the video. Talking about broke reaction, mom of 4. No. Child, I just go somewhere and sit my tail down. You hear me? I don't say nothing to nobody. A lot of times when I ain't got no money, baby, I don't even carry a purse. I just leave it. I just grab the wallet. Child, ain't nothing in it anyway. So, but it be them glorifying being broke and destitute. Just like you can become broke, you can become unbroke too. Yeah, it's possible. So, y'all, let's get into the short story she got to tell us.
So, I'm on my way to Audie's, and I wanted to talk to y'all for a little bit. I'm so upset, but it's all my own fault. I would never go through a partnership again to monitor my channel. It feel like they didn't do nothing, no way. So, one of my
pause. Wait, go back. What she just say, y'all? Right, thank you, Sunrise. Yeah, we changed the topics, y'all. Y'all know how we do over here, honey. We bob and weave real quick. So I'm gonna need, hey, Cree, I'm gonna need y'all to catch up. Go back. We're getting ready to go back, y'all. Y'all ready to go back?
Feel like they didn't do nothing, no way. So monitor my channel. It feel like they didn't do nothing, no way.
Hey, hold on.
Go through a partnership again to monitor my channel. It feel like they didn't do nothing, no way. So I got one of my YouTube checks from my small.
Hold on. So Wine Glass did the same thing my Jazzy Life did. Wine Glass went and partnered with one of these companies to try to help grow her channel. Same thing my Jazzy Life did. First and foremost, in my opinion, that typically works when you have like you're with some type of management team to help you manage your channel, right? Wine Glass don't even. It's like, didn't you watch my Jazzy Life and see what that and how that helped her? My thing is, why are you paying all these people to grow your channel when essentially you're growing it on your own by just putting up content? You over there paying Peach McIntyre. She probably went over there and paid Just Jazzy. Now, I ain't gonna lie. If y'all have not, y'all go over there to Just Jazzy. She's telling the girls how to do it. And I listened to a short that she put up. She making a lot of sense, okay? Talia Honey, y'all paying all these people when all they doing is sitting here taking your money and laughing all the way to the damn bank. You don't have to pay anybody to learn how to do YouTube or help you. You pay these people to help promote your channel. And what promoted your channel, sis, is you constantly uploading videos, dummy. I'm like Fred Sanford, you big old dummy. That's what promoted your channel, your YouTube shorts, you being on other social media platforms. That's what pushes your channel. So now she's getting ready to tell us how they done took her money, and the money that she was banking on, she didn't get. So now sis was sick. She must have did this video on the 21st or the day before 20. Now sis over there sick, okay?
And then this YouTube check that I'm getting from YouTube, I didn't get because I guess I was still in a partnership program with them. So I probably won't get some of that until May. So I'm kind of irritated with that. I don't know if they're going to add all my money on top of there. I don't know, y'all. Don't ever go through a partnership program. They will mess up your whole money unless you want to wait 2 months for a check, and that's ridiculous.
You big dummy. Didn't Jasmine show you and tell you? It just be money hungry and still struggling. Right, Shanika? Consistency is the word of the day. All you got to do is be consistent. You ain't got to pay a soul. Now, if you just want to, like if you want to get a quick shout out, that doesn't hurt. Right? But essentially, what grows your channel is the work you put into it. No matter how long it takes, like what Shanika said, no matter how long it takes. Wineglass got to understand she doesn't have the type of channel that will be busting out the seams. She doesn't have that type of channel. She don't really talk about nothing or show anything. That's why Jasmine's over there drowning in that pool that she got from the promotion people. That's why Jasmine's over there drowning. Your personality and the things that you got going on doesn't promote people to just be busting down the door to come over there and watch your channel, sis. There are too many people on the internet living life. Why would somebody really have to stop and live it and listen to you, especially when half the time all you're doing is complaining? That's Wineglass' biggest problem. The only person she listened to is that damn bae over there. And that's why she's stuck in the situation she's in. And as long as she keep letting him be her damn mentor, she ain't gonna never get nowhere. Let me tell y'all something. You cannot take advice from somebody who ain't even following their own. Think about it. You cannot take advice from somebody who is not following their own. If it ain't working for them, how the hell you think it's gonna work for you?
And my check was gonna be good, lovely. But I'm gonna just continue to still hustle. It's just gonna be tight for right now because, like I said before, when I quit my job, this job that I did have, I was going to make the money off of YouTube for what the job was making. So I was making at least about most of it. So
Wineglass said in a video that she had a $600 check. She should have, Lynn. That's how she grew her channel. Essentially, that's how people knew she was there, by reacting. But if she wanted to change and make it more simple for her, that's her business. So she said that she quit the job to try to make the same money she was making on the job on YouTube. But she said she was close. Not quite there, but she was close to doing it. It's like, Wineglass, do you have a brain? Why would you quit consistent money for inconsistent money? How did you think YouTube, at the end of the day, you can't guarantee any money on YouTube? It's all predicated on the choice of the viewer. You can't arm wrestle these people to come watch your videos. Girl, you can get on here talking about like, comment, subscribe all you want to. At the end of the day, people are fickle. They're going to do what the hell they want to do. I wish I would sit and invest my whole entire being basically on the backs of other people. And that's no disrespect to y'all. I'm not, but baby, I can't do it. This is supplemental for me. Has been and will forever be. Forever, ever, forever, ever. Now, I do understand there are a lot of people who make their living off of social media, and it is definitely possible. But in my opinion, it's really how you want to handle it. Me personally, it's never been a dream nor a goal for me. It's always been something that I like doing, so I do it because it produces income and it helps to go with the rest of the bills. Okay, I'm just going to keep it 159%. So this girl turned down guaranteed money because she didn't want to get her ass up and crawl out the bed and go into a job. But at the end of the day, you're a mother, sis. That's what you're supposed to do. I'm not saying that she shouldn't do it, but how she would have maximized her earning potential is by working and blogging at the same time. She could have simply did vlogs of her getting ready to go to work. Pop that on the internet. Let's be honest. What she's showing now, sitting in the house, walking in circles, talking to the camera, ain't no different than she would have just filmed herself putting on her makeup, doing her hair and slipping on her clothes and walking to her car and driving to the job. It's the same video. She would have made the same amount of money. But the difference is she would have made the money from the job and the money from YouTube. I'm going to tell y'all something. Lazy ain't going to get you nowhere. And don't nothing come to a sleeper but a dream.
Now, I have to wait, so we got to pinch pennies for a few months. Until May. And we'll see what that comes up to be.
Y'all got to pinch pennies till May. Y'all been pinching pennies since y'all been in existence. You and Bay over there, she talking about pinching pennies. That's something new for her. Girl, hush.
So, I don't know, y'all. And plus, I've been feeling very exhausted lately. Feel like I don't want to do nothing. I'm unmotivated. And I just want to tell y'all, sometimes that's just me. Like, I feel like sometimes I don't feel like getting out of bed. Sometimes I feel like I don't want to do nothing. But I have to go home and do some stuff. I have to do Malaysia hair tonight. Braid her hair up. And then if I don't cut
Wineglass, have you ever thought that house is literally that house is literally soaking all your energy? If y'all notice, when Wineglass was working at that job, taking care of them people, you never heard her say she was tired. Every time Wineglass decides to be a stay-at-home mom, that's when you hear her saying she's tired and exhausted. Have it ever dawned on you, Wineglass, that the reason why your energy is probably sucked up out of you because that house is sucking all the energy up out of you? Discipline outweighs motivation. Exactly. You got to be disciplined to be motivated. If you're not disciplined, you will never be motivated.
Boys here tonight. That's my goal, is to cut the boys here tonight. Then I do it tomorrow. Everybody got to get babs. So my goal is just to drop like 3 videos. I'm gonna do, start doing my weekend weekend vlog, so I could have that. A mid weekend, like half weekend ish, like Monday and Tuesday vlog. That would be one part of 1 week or something like that. And those vlogs would be longer. But Malaysia, I'm doing her hair. I want to do her hair in a Pacific style that I've seen. I got the hair for it and everything. My only issue is I'm mad at myself. Let's put it like that. I'm thinking that I'm gonna get a check, knowing I ain't getting no check. I would have spent my money a little different. Mind you, every bill is paid. It's just I splurged on different things that I.
Girl, what you splurge on? Liquor and food, out to eat? Let's be honest, wine glass. When have you, besides that $20 Walmart purse you bought, when the hell did you ever, when do you spend money on you? Hell, you do your own damn hair. You don't go get your nails done. You don't go get your feet done. You ain't shopping for clothes. Girl, half the clothes you wear are too big. Every time you get on this channel, you always showing us your ass crack. Man, what you mean you splurged on the money? Had you known you wasn't gonna get your check, you would see. That's what happens. Why you never count the chickens before they hatch, sis. Nope, nobody never told you that. Don't count your chickens before they hatch.
Could have saved money on. So my whole goal is not to be broke no more. I'm just tired of being broke. And I said this many a times, like, oh, I'm finna do so much, and I am. I do have a lot of ambition of doing stuff, like especially on YouTube. But when the money and the math is not adding up, I'm getting irritated. But it's my own fault because I stopped doing shorts. Shorts really feed my videos. I stopped doing a lot of stuff, so I'm gonna start going back hard on that, and focus on like other stuff too. So
So that's the thing, wine glass. How can you complain about YouTube not producing the money you feel like it needs to produce when you're not producing what you need to produce so YouTube can produce the money for you? So does that sound like a us problem or a you problem? Sounds like you're the one, you're the reason why you're broke and destitute over there, sis, because you're not applying yourself. You're not, she said she tired of being broke. Well, sis, you gonna stay broke. Now, I'm gonna just tell you like this, baby. You gonna stay broke when you got a man over there that's not having the same vision and dream that you're having. See, you're hoping and praying that you can one day be delivered from the broke and desperate, but that man over there is loving every minute of it. And I'm gonna tell you how I know this. I've never had a conversation with your man, but if I knew that he was thinking just like you, when we watch you, things would be different in your videos. Yeah. See, he don't mind being, he mind the bills being paid and got a roof over his head, and that's it. He don't care nothing about taking no vacations. He don't care nothing about taking you out to eat. He don't care nothing about telling you, instead of you going to buy that $20 Walmart purse, here go another $80. Go on down there to the outlet and go to the Coach outlet and get your old Coach purse. He don't care nothing about that. Nothing. Because if he cared, it would be happening. So that's why, as long as you with that man, sis, and I ain't trying to spit venom on you. I'm just saying, baby, I'm telling you what God knows and what I've experienced. As long as you keep being with that man that don't want no more than what he got going on, that's going to be your current existing situation. I'm telling you.
so yeah, I'm just tired of stressing. I'm tired of struggling. I'm just tired of it. I got 4 kids. I want to move. I'm tired of paying $2,000 in rent. It ain't like I can't afford my rent.
No. You do not have 4 kids. Y'all. Well, you're right. You do have 4 kids. Because Bay got 2 more outside of the 4 he got with you. So Bay got about 6 and you got 4. See how that math ain't mathing, sis?
I can afford it. It's a lot. I'd rather have a whole house. So yeah, and then I'm on the verge of I don't want to live in Wisconsin. I'm tired of living in Wisconsin. I want to move somewhere else. I'm tired of being here. I want to move somewhere different. I feel like
Wine glass. Now don't you start. Now don't you start talking about you about to move out of Wisconsin. Girl, but Bay ain't going no damn where. He is not leaving his people, and he is not leaving what he is very accustomed to. The familiarity of the Milwaukee and the Milwaukee suburbs. Okay. He is not going no damn where. And as long as you want to keep him, you won't stay your ass right there where he at, because that man is not going nowhere. Okay. Now you might have the dream, and I feel like she does have the dream. She does have the vision. However, the man that she's associated with doesn't have the same dream nor the same vision. Hence the reason why she'll never see what she needs to see. Okay. Yeah. Bay ain't going nowhere, Kishana. Bay ain't going nowhere. That's why she's not going to go anywhere, right? Talking about she ready to leave Wisconsin. Sis, if you don't change your mind, you can move to, I don't know, Charlotte, North Carolina. If you take that same mindset with you, the lazy thing, yeah, baby, it's the same results, just a whole different city and state.
I need something different. I need something totally different.
I know that's right, racist.
I'm finna get in here in this audience. I just want to tell y'all that I just be feeling.
That's true.
My mind has just been going, but I have so many thoughts of what I need to do, and I need to stay focused on what I need to do, y'all. So, all right, y'all.
Wait, hold on. What'd you say, Nicole? The auntie didn't spoke? Where the hell the auntie speak at? Babe daughter aunt said he doesn't support her and don't give money. What? Wait a minute. Why am I acting shocked? Girl. Oh, for real? Look, I'm over here acting shocked like I thought Babe would be better or do better. Charlotte is getting pricey. Don't send her here. Ari said, don't send her ass around here, girl. I don't want to bump into her at the damn Piggly Wiggly. The biggest problem is that Bay is an alcoholic. She basically said it in one of her videos, and she's drinking on top of taking antidepressants. They need case manager. That they need a case manager. Oh, Pineapple's channel did? Really? I'm going to go check Pineapple, see what she over there rapping about. She come on camera and complain, and it's about him. She getting tired, but she not. What you say with love? You said she not ready to admit it yet, but her stupid ass gets tired and flips her stupid ass. Yeah, that's the problem, y'all. She is sick and tired of that ninja over there. Wineglass wants a better life, but Bay don't want the same thing she wants. Okay, and every time Bay see her getting a little antsy, and every time Bay notice that Wineglass want to grow up a little bit, he just go and throw her down on the bed and put a little dangling in her. And hope that changes her mind and puts her at bay. Okay? Yeah, that man is a damn alcoholic. Baby, they keep a case of beer and this. And you know what? Let me tell y'all something. It is nothing wrong with enjoying your liquors in the confines of your home. There's nothing wrong with that. However, if it prohibits you to progress in life, then there's a lot wrong with that. She always talk about what she got when no sis, y'all got. But in Wineglass mind, no, it's what I got. So as long as you keep making it an I problem instead of a we problem, y'all are never on the same page. When she starts addressing we got, we need to. When she starts saying we instead of I, then they will be on a better page. That's never going to happen because Bay is not, he's not going there. He's not going, nor is he coming. In today's video, she walking around in circles trying to get herself together, and he sleep like legendary with the blanket on the couch. Girl, all right, this is a mess. You said, I wonder what he does for real. Like, what woman in 2025 laying up with a man that doesn't help, baby? I don't know. And he don't even do like, I could see if he was substituted with cooking and cleaning and chauffeuring the children where they need to go. I could kind of see if he was substitute. Girl, that ninja don't do nothing. Because Wineglass has made it to where he doesn't. No, it's not. It's not, Marika. It's definitely not. No way, shape, form, or fashion. Not the mediocre thing. Oh, no. Okay. His femininity stays in full effect. Exactly, girl. Bay is not that guy. He is not. But so Wineglass basically is depressed because she teamed up with a partnership company that took all her damn YouTube money and didn't get her channel to 50,000 followers. Okay. My thing is this, like I said, there's nothing wrong with social media. There are a lot of people using social media to help either supplement their income or it's their main income. I'm not discouraging anybody from doing social media, but all I'm going to say is if you put it together instead of I'm going to just rely on this, you never put your eggs in one basket. And not only that, I mean, is she monetized on TikTok? Is she monetized on Facebook? Is she monetized? Like, our sister, are you just monetized? Yeah, she got 2 monetized channels on YouTube, but combined, Wineglass probably ain't even bringing $2,000 combined with both those channels. There's no way, because trust me, if Wineglass was making at the minimum $2,000 between both channels, she would literally say it in every video, honey. She would think she was big-ish around there. She's not making that type of money. I told you guys she did a video a couple weeks ago where she said her YouTube check was $600 damn. I said, girl, all right. I mean, Wineglass, that's $150 a week, sis. Hell, you can go DoorDash and make that in one day. Girl. All right, y'all, let's move on. All right, so let's get into really quick 2 monetization channels, right, Bravo? She needs to start getting a check for taking care of him. Girl, ain't nobody gonna give her a check taking care of that man. They're gonna tell her, you better find him something to do. She needs to hook up with Alice and Alana. That chick done got her unemployed self a luxury subsidized 3-bedroom apartment. Girl, yeah, she better go talk to somebody. All right, y'all, let's move on. So let's get into Olivia real quick. So yesterday, Olivia was live for the sum of 5 hours, okay? Now, are we shocked? No, we are definitely not shocked. We know Olivia to do these long live streams now, right? And in the process of her doing this long live stream, AJ, they would get in the car and AJ gets his hands. AJ got his hands slammed in the car door. AJ got his hand slammed in the car door, and baby, he was screeching like a banshee. Obviously so. Can you imagine if your hand was as little as this 3-year-old little boy and the power of a steel car door slams your hand? Baby, just thinking about it brings tears to my eyes. Well, Olivia was on live stream when all of this happened, right? Now, I don't know about y'all, but I'm gonna say this. When I saw that, I was just sitting here like, so we not gonna get off the live stream? We just gonna keep the live going, huh? How many of you guys have had phone calls with family members, friends, and something happens to one of the kids? How many of y'all have had phone calls where you on the phone with your homegirl? I'm gonna just use your homegirl. Hey, T&J. I'm gonna just use your homegirl, for example. And one of the kids, you hear one of the kids scream, ouch, crying or something. And first thing you say, who is that? What's going on? And then one of the, either that child or one of the other children answers and says, such. Now you still on the phone. So you just roll your eyes and say, oh, Lord, let me go see what's wrong with this kid. And you tell the person that you on the phone with, what? Hey, let me call you back. I'm gonna call you right back. Oh, let me call you back, girl. Let me go see what's going on with these kids. And you might not even say kid. You might let me go see what's going on with these damn kids. But what you don't do is you don't take the phone and run with while you on the phone with your homegirl and run to the incident to assess what. You tell whoever on the phone, it could be your homegirl, it could be your ninja, it could be your mama, whoever. You gonna tell them, I'm gonna call you right back. Because now what you're doing, you're dedicating all your attention to what's going on with this child. This clown does not do that. This woman stays on live streams during but again, I don't know why we're surprised. This is the same woman that got on the internet and performed fellatio on her baby daddy on the internet. So I don't understand why we're shocked that we are watching her behavior when y'all been seeing this. This is the same woman that went live when she was with Brandon and when she was laying in Brandon's woman's bed and went live at 8 o'clock in the morning with some man laying next to her that was not her husband. So why are we shocked that things are going on in her house and everything happens in the whole internet? Now, I do understand a lot of y'all are, y'all kind of live vicariously through these people, but y'all, I don't care what nobody says. Being on live streams for 5 and 6 and 7 hours is very problematic. You cannot run a household with 2 toddlers and you're on live stream, because guess what? Toddlers get instant. Kaylani's walking now. AJ been walking and talking. It's a lot to keep these kids active and keep them occupied. And you're doing all of it on a live stream. Like, how can you control what's going on with the kids? And she was on live when she was getting out the car. It's like she can't put the fucking phone down. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all what this remind me of. Y'all remember Angelic Soul? Y'all remember Angelic Soul? Y'all remember we used to do reactions. Old girl from Detroit, Michigan had all them kids, and there was an incident when her baby daddy, Patrick, spanked her daughter while Angelic was on live, and the audience heard it, and the little girl was screaming for dear life. Honey, the CPS got involved, the internet got involved. They even did a call to the school. The school that Angelic Soul's daughter was going to at the time. There was even a personal call sent out to all the parents about the recent event of Angelic Soul's daughter getting spanked. And I'm trying to be politically correct when I say the word spanked, because that didn't sound like what we heard on a live stream. When I tell you Olivia reminds me of Angelic Soul, and that's how Angelic Soul, one of the main reasons how she ended up losing her kids, because Angelic thought everything was so innocent that was going on, like kids crying, her kids fighting, beating each other up. You see it on live streams, just all kind of silly. Angelic cussing the kids out, and all that was going on while Angelic was live. And what ended up happening? It triggered the people in the audience. Y'all know recently Olivia has received more CPS visits since these 2 kids she got at the house with her than she has the whole entire time that she's been on YouTube. She gonna mess around and she gonna be an Angelic Soul story. She gonna mess around because that's what happened to Angelic Soul. Everything she did, because Angelic felt like live streams was content. She even said it. She said, I got to put up my content. And that's what Olivia is doing. Angelic was another. She would go live for 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 hours. She was cussing out the kids. It was horrible. It was horrible. And what did it do? It triggered the internet. It triggered a lot of people on the internet because, unfortunately, a lot of you guys were raised in very dysfunctional households. And now that you're an adult, your childhood still triggers you. So especially when you see it going on with somebody else, it triggers you. Right, Tasha Nicole? She couldn't, because there is no reason why Olivia needs to be on live streams for 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 hours, other than it's her prerogative. But you can't tell me being a good mother is being on live stream for 6 or 7, 8 hours. First and foremost, you're hyper exposing your kids to the internet. That's never good. It's not even good for you to hyper expose your own self, but it damn sure ain't good to hyper expose your children on the internet. How does that constitute being a good mother? Even if you watch some of your big time mommy vloggers who obviously have children, hence the reason why they're a mommy vlogger, you don't see their kids continuously through the whole video. There's little small segments of the children. The mom interacting with the child or whatever. You don't see them in the whole. And most of these moms, they don't do live streams. And if they do, baby, they ain't on there for 7 to 8 hours, 4, 5, 6 hours. Tasha telling her chat, CPS took them, makes more content instead of saying she doesn't want them. Oh, yeah, but it's only going to make content till people get tired of listening to the story. Then what you going to do? go get pregnant and have another one so you can stay a mom on YouTube? So let's get into this video, y'all.
Yeah, hold on. I'll let you guys see him right now. Okay. He sounds good. Yeah, he's perfectly fine, you guys. He's great, actually. Thank God. Thank God. Here you go, Mama. Oh, why you spit? Oh, because you want your juice.
Benita.
So she's gonna spit out her food.
Thank you, Dara.
Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mom.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, she had another baby. She was
Okay.
pregnant. I don't know if she had it because I.
She spit out her food so she could drink her juice.
She's had 2 kids,
Babies,
but she's had
right.
one. I think she's pregnant with
Okay,
one.
so what had happened was I got out the car first. They were still in the car. I parked right in front of my apartment. But I was like, okay, wait right here, guys. Of course, they were both buckled in. And I just walked right across the way to get my mail, okay? Mind you, their windows were down. They were fine, okay? I wanted to get my mail before I came into the house. So then I came back to the car, and what I first did was I went around to AJ's door. AJ sits behind the passenger seat, and I went to his door first, and I unbuckled him, which I shouldn't have done. I unbuckled him because I was like, I'm going to get Kailani. I usually unbuckle him first from inside the car, and then I go out, I unbuckle Kailani, and then he comes out the same door after I take Kailani out. That's so that way I don't have to go around and get him and blah, blah, blah. But he does this thing now where he likes to.
It's the fact that she's even up here explaining how AJ got his hand slammed in the condo. You wouldn't have had to explain it had you not been on live. It's the fact that Olivia knows that her behavior is way too much. So now she's trying to pacify the internet with this real good explanation. But at the end of the day, it still doesn't negate the fact that, girl, you have a piss poor mothering over here. Because it's not natural. Let me say this. It's not healthy to be on live stream every day, all day. To the point, AJ expects the live stream. His whole day is focused around his mama being live all day. Imagine being 3 years old, and one thing you look forward to is coming to the internet to talk to your mom's internet audience and saying, "Clock that T." Imagine that.
To climb to my seat and get out my door, the front door. He looks so big with his haircut, I know. But I told him, I'm like, no, AJ, just wait. Come out Kailani's door. But of course he didn't listen. He went out my door. He did. He closed my door. So my door was shut, okay? Kailani sits in back of me. So my door is shut. The back door is open, okay? Because I'm in the back getting Kailani out. So I get Kailani out. And I don't know, like the front door was open, closed already, but he like was messing with something. He was like, yeah, he was trying to like, he had his fingers like in, like he was trying to like open the, I don't know what he was doing. He was messing with his fingers were in the door, like in there, like messing with something, even though the door was already shut. He had his, because you know, when you open, there's like a crease right there because the back door was open, you know, from the front door. So there's like that crease. So when I took Kailani out,
my thing is this. When you unbuckle AJ out the car, obviously everybody get out the car. If you're already on the side of the car to unbuckle him, why not just let him out the door, slam the door, and then you ain't got to worry about his hand and make him stand. I don't even understand why I'm saying this or explaining this, because who don't know how to take their kids out the car to eliminate children getting their hands slammed in the door? That's the one thing you're always very conscious of when kids are getting in and out the car. You're always saying, watch your hands, watch your foot, watch your feet. You're always consciously saying that because we do understand accidents happen, right? I remember my hand got slammed in the car door when I was a kid. Baby, I still remember that pain. We were sitting in front of my auntie house and I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't listening. My mama kept telling me, get my butt back in the car, and I'm just hanging out there. And somebody, I don't remember, I think it was my uncle, walked by and shut the door and my hand was in the door jamb. and they slammed my hand in that baby. When I tell you that was a pain other than childbirth, oh God, that was a horrible pain. But I tell you, that was the one and only time that happened.
Closed Kailani's door, and it wasn't even, I didn't even close it hard because I remember it closed slowly because I had enough time to see his fingers, and I'm like, oh my God. The door shut, but it didn't shut hard, and I opened the door right away, and he took out his fingers.
Okay, Nicole.
So I was just like, oh my God, AJ, what are you doing? Just messing with stuff. Messing with stuff. So yeah, guys, that was what happened, okay?
So wait, hold on. Jen, the nurse came over there. So did she not take the boy to the ER or the urgent care? Jen, the nurse came over there and performed CPR. Girl, what is going on? Tell Jen to go to work. You don't get paid to go to Livy House. If you want to be a home health nurse, girl, go sign up for an agency. I want Jen to go sit her ass down.
But yeah, I know it hurt, baby. I know. No, I didn't slam the door. Thank God. But I don't even know because it didn't slam on that side where the door shuts. It slammed on the other side. Like there was just a crease. I can't even explain it. It's so weird how the door shut on his finger. But anyway, it's just a mess. Did he cry really bad? Yes, girl. I thought his damn fingers were broken because they're swollen. They got swollen. So I'm all scared. I was like, oh my God. And
so if he went to the urgent care, they didn't put no gauze on it to keep his fingers from moving around. If they weren't broken, if they were just sprained, they didn't put like some, I mean, he's 3. They didn't put no little baby gauze around it. Maybe some little, what do you call those things? What do you call them? I can't think of the name. The little wooden sticks. They didn't put like 2 little wooden sticks on each side and maybe put a big band to keep his fingers from moving around. They didn't do that. They just looked at it, kissed him on the forehead, and pushed him on out the door at the urgent care. Girl, did you take the boy to the damn urgent care? Or the emergency room? Did you take him? Because I can't think that he would go in there with his hand being slammed. Unless this was a nurse who don't have any children and don't have a motherly instinct in his body. What nurse looked at that baby screaming, probably was beat ass red in the face, and didn't try to baby him and at least put anytime they give you stickers for coming in there with a fever, they didn't take the little what do you call them, little sticks, and just take some gauze and put around his little finger, even if that didn't do nothing, but it would pacify him. The fact that didn't happen makes me, I'm like I was in the car with you. Y'all did not go to no emergency room, no urgent care. I don't believe it. He ain't got nowhere in truth. It couldn't be. Yes, it was on Live with Love.
Screaming at the top of his lungs. So I'm like, oh my gosh. AJ, turn it down.
You read the comment wrong. She didn't.
No, he's recording
right.
me.
I know that. She couldn't have went.
But he's okay. My homegirl, she brought us Motrin. She looked at his fingers. Thank God for her. I love her so much. And he's okay. I was just thinking, is it broken? Is it broken? Is it broken? He could move it. He could move it the whole time, but I'm still thinking, oh my God, is it broken?
So what happened?
But
so did Jen see this on live stream and rushed over to Olivia's? Baby, I tell you, you can't make this shit up.
He's okay. He's okay. Thank God. But yes, ish does happen. I was being very, very hard on myself. But you know what? Shit happens, you guys, okay? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. The main thing that's important is he's okay. Thank God. He's okay. Yeah, he's a boy. I know he's a boy, girl. And they're so mischievous and oh my God.
So Jen did not come over. Lynn said she did not take him anywhere, nor did Jen come over. Okay.
God, just want to get into everything. It's like, girl. And some people will never have a son and never understand what that feels like. But boys are way out the way. Okay, girl. Not girls. Girls don't even bother. Girls are like, I'm not about to put my finger over there. Like, but boys, they want to F around and find out. Okay, that's how boys.
That's true. But how many times did Christian slam his hand in the door? How many times did Christian slam his hand in the car though? Zero. This is the same thing she said when Christian fell off the little plank that they was walking on last year. Y'all remember when they was at the park and Christian fell out and hit his head on the ground? She didn't think that was a big deal because he's a boy. So if Kaylani would have got her hand slammed in the door, it would have been different because she a girl.
So it is what it is. He's okay. We're gonna eat and we're gonna get ready for school tomorrow. But yeah, he's good, y'all. He's good. Like I said, my friend brought me Motrin, and I didn't know Motrin was better when there's swelling, and now I know. I learned something too tonight. So I always keep Tylenol in the house. I don't always usually keep Motrin, but
baby, who don't know about Motrin? She do see him. Baby, who don't know about Motrin? No, really. Lynn is our good RN, we got a nurse too, Livy. Lynn, she our good registered nurse. Lynn, who don't know about Motrin? Especially if you already have children. Olivia got 5. I love Motrin. When my kids was little, Tylenol was pushed on me, right? But then I discovered Motrin. I like Motrin better. I don't know about y'all, but I like Motrin better. That's right. Shanika, you a nurse too, right? I think Shanika, you a nurse, right? Baby, we got scientists in here. We got lawyers. Honey, we got nurses. Baby, we got the works over here.
I'm going to always keep Motrin too. So I learned that.
So
yeah, it's anti-inflammatory. Mm-hmm. Yes.
You use Motrin?
It's good for fevers too. Okay. Well, like I said, I've always used Tylenol, y'all. I've always had Tylenol in the house, but now I know for sure. It might, yeah, I know. It'll be sore when he wakes up. I know. Definitely. Probably for the next couple of days.
Nurse can't be right.
The aspirin effect.
Oh, pure air is a nurse.
But anyway, you guys were so awesome earlier, and I didn't even get to explain Florida to y'all. So while they eat, and I have some time, my son accidentally slammed the door on his on my other son's foot. Those doors are scary, for real, girl. For real. I'm surprised I've gotten this far without me slamming the damn door, his fingers in the door or something. Because boy.
Right, Marja. Wait a minute, hold on. Marja said, no, wait, hold on. Marja said, hold on. He didn't slam his hand in the condo and he going to school? Yeah, girl. What you thought? Hell, he didn't even get a chance to go to the ER. So what, you want to make AJ special or something? Yeah, he going to school. He getting the hell up out of there, per Olivia. Yeah.
Liv, I could tell you were scared. Yes, I was very scared. I don't like him being in pain. And then I can't control his pain. And I'm just like, oh my God, I can't do anything. That was not a fun feeling.
Right, flourishing girl.
Yeah, he'll learn. Yeah, he learned. I know he learned. Now he learned. He knows he's gonna be looking at them doors differently now. I know that for sure.
No, you need to be looking at the doors differently. At the end of the day, he's 3. Isn't it your job as a parent to guide the children? Not it's AJ's fault because he slammed his finger in the condo. I don't understand why it can't be her fault because she wasn't extra cautious of him not being able to slam his finger in the condo. How come it's not her fault? Why is it the 3-year-old's fault? He's 3. Girl, you act like a boy 14, 15 years old. He's 3. He's still learning. Hell, he doesn't even go to the bathroom by himself. But now you want him to be more cautious of his surroundings, and he's 3. So do you let him go outside and play by himself? Since he needs to be more cautious of his own surroundings, because he's 3 and a boy. Ooh, she goofy.
But okay, anyway, you guys were so awesome in the live earlier today. That you guys got the likes up and everything, and I appreciate you guys. We were all panicking. Even the haters were feeling bad. Girl, bye. The haters were like, yes, we got her. We got her, guys. You bitches didn't get shit. Not a thing. Okay? Clock that T. Anyway, back to what I was.
Okay, girl, why did you put your face in that camera like that? Baby, don't ever do that again.
Saying. Yes. My supporters, though, we are all family. I love you guys. I know you guys were worried, for real. The haters, no, they were happy. They're just waiting for me to do something so they can be like, see, guys, we told you she's a horrible mom. Try again. Try again.
I'm sorry, you are a horrible mom. I'm sorry. Any mama that get on live streams every freaking day and be on there for 5, 6, 7, 8, I don't care if it is to make money. Me personally, the same amount of money you're going to make in 1 hour is the same money you're going to make in 5 hours. The same views you're going to get on a 1 hour live is the same views you're going to get on a 5 hour live. To be quite honest with you, in my opinion, the longer you be on live, to me, the less money it could potentially make because nobody's staying for the whole entire video.
Accidents happen. And like I said, some of you will never have sons, could never have a son. So you'll never know what it feels like to have a rambunctious little boy, unfortunately. But anyway, for us mommies that have all kinds, all a bunch of kids, we understand that shit happens, okay?
Girl, I got 3 sons, and not name one of them ever slammed their hand in the car door. Now they've done other things, but not name one of them ever slammed their hand in the car door. Because I got my hand slammed in the car door as a kid, I was overly cautious of when my children were getting in and out of the car, especially at a young age. I was overly cautious because I remember how that felt. How it felt for me. So obviously I don't want my kids to endure that pain. Now maybe Olivia never had her hand slammed in the car door. Okay. But because I did, I made sure all my children were very cautious when they were getting in and out of cars.
Okay. Now, back to they're waiting on your downfall. They're waiting on a downfall that will never happen. Never. Never.
Now, Livy. Shit. I don't know, because your comment be something like, I ain't never seen on a person. I wouldn't think now. I don't know, girl.
But back to what I was saying.
Right.
Yeah.
Fight.
Sorry, guys. I'm getting a phone call.
Hey, Camilla.
She said, period, Bookie. Period, honey. Sons like to give us heart attacks, for real. Baby. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me good? I live vicariously.
Right, y'all.
The thing is sons do like to. Guys, I got a phone call. Are we good? Can you hear me?
There's no man inside.
Are we good? You eat all your food? Eat all your food. AJ. We good? Okay. AJ, sound baby, come on. We're going to eat the rest of our food so we can take a bath. So we can go to school tomorrow. Yeah, sons do like to give us heart attacks, y'all. And that's the thing. That's why I'm so scared of my sons getting older. Oh, my gosh. And breaking bones or fighting or just anything. Oh, gosh. Talk about a heart attack. I'm going to be freaking out when they get older.
Right,
Can
Lynn.
you please eat the rest of your food?
She definitely does not need to be a pet owner. So now we're going to get into the reason why she didn't go to Florida. Now, me personally, I thought the reason why she didn't go to Florida and the reason why she went to McDonald's and had that confessional in McDonald's, in the McDonald's Playhouse, is because Zolo more than likely said he was going to either buy the tickets or reimburse the tickets. Apparently, she said the tickets were already purchased. And so she just threw caution to the wind with the tickets that she purchased for them to fly from Texas to Florida. But now she's getting ready to say the reason why she did not go to Florida is because she had nobody to watch Suki. Or she was trying to give Suki away because she was going to be gone for 3 weeks in Florida. So she was trying to give Suki away. And she had a neighbor of hers, friend, was going to take Suki. And I guess once Suki, the woman got Suki, the neighbor friend decided that she did not want Suki. And I was like, girl, as many pets you have just let run off into the wild, what makes Suki any different? Well, you know what makes Suki different? Because Suki has a chip. Olivia got Suki from the animal control. So Suki has a chip. So if she allows Suki to run rampant throughout the city of Arlington, right? And somebody finds Suki and takes her to the vet or to the animal control or to the shelter, and they see if she has a chip, it'll come back to her. So that's probably why she wouldn't just let Suki run off to the wild, because Suki has a chip.
They're going to grow up and be strong. I know they are. They're going to be very strong, but still, a mommy's heart is just always going to be like, ugh, so worried for them. You know what I mean? I got to go to sleep, girl, but I feel like you're going to say something I'm going to miss. Okay, no. Okay, let's talk about Florida real quick. Florida. So I know there's been a lot of rumors, this reason, that reason, this reason. No, guys, it's simple. Oh my God, look, I got, did something bite me? What just happened here? Yeah, let's get the likes up. Let's get up to 100. We can get 100. Let's get 100 real quick. AJ, sit up there and eat your food. Where is he? Uh-oh, my screen's not working. AJ, sit up there and eat your food, baby.
No.
Why? Kailani eating all her food?
It don't matter what. Look at Kailani. It don't matter what Kailani doing. AJ said, no, he don't want to eat it. That's because you don't sit down with those kids as a family and eat with them, especially them still being at a very young age. Why not sit down with them? You eat your food. He even if she over there eating little bird food. Like, why doesn't she show AJ how to sit down? This is what he's going to do at school. He's going to be running around instead of sitting in one seat eating, when all the other children are going to be sitting down eating at lunchtime or snack time. They're going to be sitting. AJ hasn't been taught to do that. So he's going to be like a walkie-talkie running all over the classroom, while all the other kids sitting there looking at him like, why is he running around instead of sitting down eating? Because he hasn't been taught that.
You eating on your food, Mama? She's like, I ain't finna miss a meal. Shoot. Give me my juice. AJ. Come on, baby.
No.
You have to eat your food so we can take a bath. Come on.
She is
I know
a little cry baby.
I know he's sleepy, y'all. Okay, so what had happened was, let's get 100 likes. That bath gonna put him out. I know, girl. AJ, go eat your food, baby.
I should. I will call Daddy.
No, we're not calling anybody right now. It's late, baby. It's already 10 o'clock at night.
Daddy can't answer.
It's late.
Daddy.
Imagine feeding your kids at 10 o'clock at night and you don't work anywhere. No, let that sink in. Imagine feeding your children at 3 and 1 at 10 o'clock at night and you work nowhere. And then you're going to feed them and put them in the bed. That never made sense to me, how these ladies don't have any type of conscience about how they manage their households. Like, why are we feeding kids at 10 o'clock at night? It's not like she sat up at the stove and had to wait for the food to finish baking or frying. Girl, everything was popped in the microwave. At that age, AJ should have been had a bedtime. He should have been. But because he's been keeping his mama up all night while she's sitting around scrolling the internet, he doesn't even really know what it is to go to sleep at a proper time.
I don't know, baby. It's late. I don't know if your daddy will answer.
She went and brought a drug test. She went and took a drug test today about the kids. What'd she take a drug test for?
Know what his number is on his phone.
Right, racist. Just go get him.
I think this is his number. I don't know if it's gonna work, but you could try. Anyway, we're not 100. No, not yet. Okay, there, we got to 100. Okay, so you guys, like I said, you guys always want to think like my life is like some type of soap opera craziness or something, but it's really not. I didn't go to Florida. You ready? Drum roll, please. Because of... Ooh, there's like a rash right there. What's going on? Oh my God. I didn't go because of Suki. That's it. So I had this girl. She wanted Suki. It was actually my neighbor's friend. And she, I don't know, she rescues pets. She's like an activist or whatever. And she was like, you know, my neighbor had told her that I wanted to get rid of Suki. And she was like, if you need a place, I told her, you know, till I find her a home. And I was like, awesome. Anyway, she came back and she told me that she could no longer take Suki at the last minute. And I was like, okay, well, I didn't want to get rid of her, like take her back to the shelter. Like I feel like messed up about that. But I was like, oh my God, but these are like plane tickets. Like I really want to go. I want to go see.
My thing is this. Why would you feel messed up of taking Suki back to the shelter when you're not messed up with getting rid of her? Like if you were so attached to Suki, then getting rid of her wouldn't be an option. And my thing is this. Why not just put her in a kennel? Like if you got people paying your bills and you don't have to do anything and you live in this soft girl life, the same person that's paying for your bills to coexist in this apartment, they can't pay for a kennel for Suki for 3 weeks. If Suki is who you really like, if Suki's really a pet. But if y'all notice, you don't even hear Suki. So where is Suki at? On the porch?
Family. So I was like, okay. So I actually took Suki to the shelter.
Really
and
really
out here in Texas, you can't just like pull up and take your dog to the shelter here. You can do that in LA, but like you can't just do that here. You have to make an appointment to take your, like to surrender your pet. So when I took her there, they told me the only thing that they could do was take her and euthanize her. And I was like, no, you're not gonna just take Suki and kill her. Like, no, bro, it's not that serious. Like, I can wait. We can wait. Okay. So that's exactly what we're doing. We're waiting. They said that they're full and I can't surrender her until June. Like they can't take her and find her a home until June.
Right.
All they could do right now was take her and euthanize her because they're full. And I'm like, no. Yeah, that's what they told me. I was like, no. Yeah, you're not gonna just kill Suki. I don't even want to get rid of her anyway. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think that I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Killing is crazy.
My thing is, if you don't want to get rid of Suki, but you really want to go see your family, instead of going for 3 weeks, why didn't you just go for a week and put Suki in a boarding house? If you really want to keep Suki, like if you're conflicted about getting rid of her, which I think is all lies. If that was the case, why you still didn't just go to Florida for a week? You didn't have to go for 3 weeks. You choose to go for 3 weeks. You could have just went for a week. Something is telling me it's another reason why she didn't go to Florida. I don't think this whole Suki the dog. Anytime you get rid of dogs, Louis the dog, the cats, Y'all remember when she had the cat in Texas, when she moved to Texas the last time when she found out she was pregnant with Kehlani and she ran back to Florida? Y'all remember that? And she had that cat. What happened to that cat? Get y'all, you didn't hear no more mention of that damn cat. Anytime you could just, randomly get rid of the bunny rabbits, the cat, and all this stuff. She not effed up about Suki. Something it's a different reason. It's not that. I'm not even buying that. It's not that.
Yeah, well, that was what they told me though. It is crazy. It's very crazy. But I mean, whatever. Like they have to do what they have to do, I guess.
It
but
is.
I'm just not gonna do that to Suki. Like plane tickets and going to see my family can wait. I'm not gonna kill Suki to do that. So yeah. No. And I really don't even want to get rid of Suki. You guys know how I feel about that. I wanted to keep her. It's just we have to just look into like kennels. I can.
But my thing is, if you really wanted to, Arlington is not the only place that has shelters. There's other cities surrounding in the DFW. There's all the suburban cities. There's Dallas. There's Fort Worth. There's many a cities that's not that far of a drive that she could have went to if she really was trying to find Suki a home other than her home. So I don't think, like, let's be honest, sis don't do nothing all day long. Okay? She don't do nothing all day long. So you couldn't get out your phone and search no-kill shelters or shelters in the surrounding DFW area to find a place for Suki if you really wanted to go be with your family for. Can y'all really think that as bad as Olivia loves Florida, okay, and as much as she probably wanted to see Raquel and her nieces and nephews, do y'all really think Suki would have been the only reason she didn't, especially if the tickets were already bought? You really think that she's going to allow somebody to waste their money because of the dog Suki? Especially when she's not that effed up about Suki. CPS probably told her she can't take those kids out the state. You think that? Why would that? Does she have a case? Does she have an? Well, she would have an open case, but are any of the cases closed? Because the only way, if I can't see CPS telling her. Now, what CPS would do is CPS would have her tell her where she's going and the address where she's going to, but that's if the kids, if like she has an actual open case and she has a case manager, I don't know. I don't know if her case is open or not. But all I'm saying is Suki would not have. We know Olivia. The girl went to. Let me explain something to y'all. When Olivia was in Texas the last time, and she had that house. This is when she got pregnant with Kehlani and moved back to Florida. If she wasn't effed up about leaving her kids in Texas to move back to Florida, y'all really think Suki would have been the reason why she didn't get on the plane to go see her family and tickets were already bought? Think about it, y'all. If you left Texas year before last, for whatever those reasons were, and you left your 3 kids behind, right? How would Suki the dog stop you from leaving? Let that sink in. All right, y'all, I'm gone. I'm out of here. I ain't got time for Jasmine, y'all outside. What'd you say, get to slap time? What you mean get to slap? Oh, it probably was the probation thing. Damn, Aaliyah said, girl, it probably probation. Probation will let you go out of town. You just got to let them know where you're going. Probation will let you go out of town. There's plenty of people to be on probation and go out of town. You just got to get permission. Okay, y'all, we're going to cover Jasmine tomorrow, all right? We're going to come back tomorrow. We're going to do a reaction on Chrissy. I was going to cover Jasmine this one, y'all, but I got to go. I just realized what time it is. I'm sorry about that. Okay. Yes, she is, Karma. She definitely is. All right, y'all, I'm gone. Y'all be good. Y'all be great. Y'all make sure y'all clock out 700 and almost 800 of y'all. We ain't had an 800 chat, almost 800 chat in a minute. Y'all ain't fooling with old TMI anymore. Y'all remember that line? You ain't fooling with old Eddie Kane. Y'all ain't fooling with old TMI anymore. All right, y'all. I'm gone. I'm out of here. Y'all be good. Y'all be great. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Remember, sub with your love. Bye.